Hello UT bags, today I will be answering some questions you all gave me on the Instagram, so I guess let's get right into it. I'd also like to say that I'm a really fucking boring person, so I apologize if this is a big fat yawn. So a few people asked this question, so I will put them here. What inspired me to get into editing? When I was in primary school we all used to play a game called Movistart Planet, and I got really into it until I was about 12 or 13. I used to watch these maps that people created of it, and I thought I wanted to try. So I got some software and started doing some horrid edits that are probably still out there somewhere. I used to also make typography edits, but they were so bad I never put them anywhere. But yeah, that's the story. The next question comes from @KULTNCT, and she says, how do you do your shakes? @AMURUTHA_V12 asks, fave merch you bought? Well, since I've only ever bought albums and a singular Day6 hoodie, I'm going to go with a hoodie, since it's their first world tour hoodie. @NEOJAEMS asks, if you could have one wish for anything, what would it be? Honestly, I'd really like to travel the world, so I think I'd wish for enough money to do that without working, because I'm a lazy shit. @SOFA_IS_KPOP_TRASH asks, since when have you edited? Well, I did edit in those MSP days, but when I finally got really into it, it was around 2016. Ever since then I've kept it as a hobby. They also ask, what groups do you stan? I stan NCT, Day6, Astro, BTS and mayhaps Stray Kids. @Zachary Phillips asks, who's your closest online friend? You stinky. You're literally like the only close internet friend I have, so I appreciate you. @Nksuxuwu asks, what do you enjoy most about editing? I really like doing the transitions, more complex ones than simple, but I also love adding the effects and watching the edit come together. @MeIams asks, how old? I'm 18. @2T0IU asks, if you could be born in a different country, which would you choose? Probably Canada. For some reason I really like Canada, even though I've never even been there. They also ask, if you ever meet NCT, can you ask Johnny if he can send foot pics to the Discord GC? Yes, I would definitely ask Mr. Johnny CF for some foot pics. And they also ask, if you could be amazing and talented and ace everything at any subject, what would it be? Probably maths. I absolutely suck at maths, and because of that I could not do a subject I wanted to do in secondary school, so I think having that would be great. They also ask, how many albums do you own? I own 8 albums, and if you're curious to know what ones they are, here's the list. BTS Love Yourself Her, BTS Love Yourself Tear, NCT Empathy, NCT 127 Regular/Irregular, NCT Dream We Go Up, Astro All Light, Astro Dream Part 2, Day6 Shoot Me. They also ask, thoughts on Win Win and Ten's dancing? I actually have not watched it, so let me go watch it real quick. Well, that was fucking brilliant. They are both amazing dancers, so seeing them dance together is a blessing. It also feels good to see Win Win for once. He deserves more screen time. I'm not kidding. Alright, the next question is from @Junghor_ and they ask, would you rather lick Lucas or Ten's toes? What is with you guys and feet? You'll always say some shit like this on Instagram, but just for an answer I'll say 10. @BTSARMYFORLIFE01 ask, favorite NCT era? The 7th Sense or Boss? I wasn't around for the 7th Sense era though, but I really liked it. But Boss was also a fucking great era, so it's hard to decide. The next question comes from @OneOvlyJB and they ask, how did you get into pop and who was your first alt group? Well, I remember seeing it on my Instagram once, and it was literally everywhere, so I gave it and had a look at it. The first group I got into was Beast, but I never stand them. I just really liked their music. But OFC, the first group I did get into was BTS. Big shock. @Annabeth1442 asks, what's your dream job? I honestly don't know what I want to do anymore, but until I was about 13 I wanted to become a professional show jumper, so there's that. @Teexiang asks, why are you so talented? I'm really not. @BottomBusen sent a bunch of questions too, so here we go. What was the hardest thing to learn when you first started editing? Honestly, I don't really remember. The transitions weren't hard, but getting them smooth wasn't easy at first either. I'd say doing the Twixtor. I could never find the right settings to stop the clips from warping, but after messing around a bunch I finally got used to it. What is your favorite editing style that you've tried before? I'll put an example here. What's an edit that took you the longest to make and how long? I'll put the example here again. What do you think about the editing community nowadays? Alright, I'm just going to say my opinion here, so don't get too upset. But I don't think that there's anything wrong with it in a sense. It's just that way too many people care about how their edits do, and it really shouldn't be like that. People are moving accounts once or twice just because an edit didn't do as good as their last. I don't think you should care about the views you get, because honestly they don't matter. Anyway, there are a lot of toxic people in the community. There always are in communities, but yeah. At UNBme asks, if you were to listen to the same song every day, what would it be? I would probably say Consume by Chase Atlantic, as it's one of my all-time favorites and I've listened to it on repeat so many times and am not sick at it yet. Anyway, that is the end of this Q&A. If your question didn't get answered, I'm really sorry. I honestly didn't expect that many people to send me questions, because Instagram is usually dead when I ask. But I appreciate them nonetheless. Maybe I can do another one of these in the future. If people actually watch this video, I will also take video requests. If you want to see something, leave a comment XD. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day/night. I love you all.